Hey, there, sunshine. I'm fine. I felt better before, but can't complain. Made it out of the mission alive. That's more than I could ask for a lot of things. Particularly the fact that I didn't lose any limbs in the process, too. I had a nasty one that caught me off guard. He tried to get me, and sadly my quirk's not working properly. So I might just need some help getting home, you know? That's why you're my sunshine. I'm sorry I went out without you. It was an emergency and someone seemed like they were in danger. Little did I know it was a trap. I'm fine. I've dealt with worse than this. Getting injured is part of being a hero. Even though it's not likely for me to, given my power. It still does happen. And besides, things could have been a lot worse. Thank you for believing in me. And thanks for the shoulder to lean on. It's very nice. I didn't expect things to be like this at all. I might have underestimated them. It's strange coming from me. I don't generally underestimate anyone. Guess I just miscalculated. Or maybe something was different. Either way, I've got a lot to learn still. I definitely learned that one. You don't need to worry about me. Come on, sunshine. Smile, won't you? It's a lot nicer when you do. Afraid I can't recommend too many ways to smile when you're hurting, but I still like to try. One of the most positive things that I've ever done is make people smile. That's the biggest part of being a hero, isn't it? In that case, maybe you're a better hero than me. I can't just stay complacent or anything. Otherwise, people might get hurt. I have my duty to society to make sure that I take care of as many people as I can. I swear, it's not going to stay this way. My quirk's just acting up. So if I happen to fall through, you don't be alarmed. It's about as normal as certain things, like me accidentally falling through the toilet. Oh, that's an embarrassing one. But don't worry. I've got enough confidence that I can talk about it to you. What? You're my sunshine. I don't see you judging me. Unless you are judging me. Well, are you? Then I don't have anything to worry about, do I? That's how it is. Come on, sunshine. Right this way. Well, I guess you're kind of leading the way. I just thought I'd try, and perhaps it was a bit too much for me. I'm just okay. For the most part. Got a few injuries, but they'll heal, especially if we get recovery girl. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Not a frequent visitor of hers after all. I know. Kind of feel bad, but I respect Deku a lot. Especially the fact he's managed to do all this. I mean, come on. He managed to go through all that pain. I feel like he's earned it. Even if he's got a lot to learn. He's definitely worked for it. I really appreciate that, you know? You've worked really hard too. Maybe not in pain and agony, but that's all subjective in the first place. I mean, some people might even think it's painful just having someone see their willy. Well, it's not really like that. I don't care one way or the other, though I try and spare people that. It's just because, you know, I'd rather remain on the good side of society and not scar people for life. Then again, I don't think many people want to. Even villains aren't that bad. Funny I should be saying that after one whooped my butt. But that's just it. Us heroes gotta stay strong. If we get all bent out of shape because of it, where would this world stand? there'd be no one to stand up for what's right. We'd all just be in a revenge cycle, and I don't really like that kind of thing. The more I think about it, the more it makes me sad, and I don't like being sad. And I don't have to. Thanks to you. You've given me a lot more happiness than sadness, you know. Sorry, the injury talking. So, other than taking care of me, have you done anything you wanted to today? I sure hope it hasn't been just all sadness or negativity. If it has, I'll be sure to cheer you up. Your job? No, it's both our jobs, isn't it? I'm sure there's something we could do. You're my sunshine, after all. But that doesn't mean I can't shine just as bright. I'm pretty good at cheering people up when they're feeling blue. I'm not too feeling blue, just a little sore. And that's just how it is sometimes. Can't always face them quite so easily. Besides, it was my own mistake. Underestimating people comes with the price. More importantly, how you doing, sunshine? What, I can't turn it around on you? I thought it was something to get my mind off things and... Oh, so you've been okay. It's okay, sunshine. We're together now, so... I'm sure we can find something out that'll make this a lot better today. I promise. There's no way I'd let it be a stinky day. Why would I let it? If we got the control, we got free will. If we got free will, we got a way to change it. Maybe I'm just hopelessly positive, but even when I'm injured, even when it hurts, I realize something. Pain is just one thing. But pain in the heart is a lot harder to deal with. So while you're treating me, maybe I could treat you to something like a milkshake? There's this new cafe that opened up. Seems to have good milkshakes and burgers, things like that. Oh, and they got vegan options too. Hope you don't mind. I'm not too into meat. You'd think I would with these muscles, right? Nah, it's not really my thing. I guess, ever since I had so many pets, Oh, did I ever tell you about them? I used to have a ton of pets. Our family was a, pet hospital, and we usually got to adopt a whole bunch of them. It wasn't always easy, but we had a minor healing quirk in the family, so it wasn't too hard to heal pets. It wasn't quite good enough for people, but that's because people are a little more complicated. Surprised? I've been around animals a lot, and I guess I just never felt too happy about eating them after that. I know, don't worry. I'd never judge someone for it. It's just my own personal war, I guess. A war against my own inhibitions, or whatever you want to call it. And again, I've never been too fancy with words. I just figure, actions speak louder, so have a hug on me. It was worth the pain. Because it cured my heart, just a little bit. Come on, sunshine. You know better than to think that I'm gonna hold back. I don't believe in it. And in that sense, I wouldn't blame anyone for doing anything they believe in. Personally, I think following your heart is what it means to be alive. Following your heart is actually a lot harder than people say. A lot of people get lost in it. That's why we got villains. They seem to think that their way's the good way. And even if it is, well, by technicality, we still gotta stop them for doing it too desperately, or maybe for doing something that could have been right, but isn't quite. I'm not saying heroes are always right and villains are always wrong. That'd be naive. But I think for the most part, villains get too desperate for their answer. Instead of doing things the right way and taking their time with it, they think there's no sense in that and they try and cut ahead in line. So we just gotta put them back in line and then they can wait their turn. Or if they did something truly bad, we can lock them up until they're ready to come out. If they ever are. I know some of them might not be. And that's okay. I mean, come on. What do you think I work so hard for? There's some bad eggs in there, but that's okay. Who cares if someone's a bad egg? Doesn't mean they're always gonna be. Ah, that stings. I'm not one to complain, but just feeling it a little bit. It proves that I'm alive, right? So come on. I know you gotta do it. I'll just grin and bear it. The harder I smile, the more you know that I'm A-okay, sunshine. If I wasn't okay, I'd tell you. Or I'd just tell you that I need more time to get better. Not that I think that would ever be the case. Thank you, sunshine. You know, as much as I like to say it, your name never gets old. Aren't you proud? You're the only person who's ever been my sunshine. And I'm proud of you. Really proud of you. I mean, right now, proud and also relying on you just a bit. Don't feel bad now. There's a lot that I need to rely on you for. Sorry, just feeling a bit woozy. It's not scary, no, because I know if I pass out, you'll take good care of me. Ah, come on. You know I trust you, don't you? Then, you shouldn't worry about it. I know. People said I wasn't gonna come back, right? They always like to say things like that. Don't let the negative Nancys get you down. There's a lot of them. The world's filled with people who can't see the light. That's why I gotta show them. I gotta show them what it takes. What it takes to be happy. What it takes to show the bad guys what's what. Keep everyone safe. You already know that. I'm not just gonna mess around with it. Never ever. You know me. I like to approach things directly. Make sure whenever I do something that there's more to it than that. Well, that you get exactly what you think you get. I don't really like the shadiness that some people have, but I can't really complain. Everyone's got their own style. If it works for them, that's fine. I personally like your style. It's kinda nice, 'cause I get to meet you and understand you, really get to know what you're after. And through that, you've become my sunshine. Maybe I oversimplify things, but I like to think of it as making them easier for everyone to understand. If my intentions are as clear as day, then people understand me better. They'll get a better idea of what I'm after and what I'm going for, instead of thinking that I'm just going for ulterior motives or having trust issues. You see, in critical situations, I've managed to save more lives because they trust me. Because it's impossible to look at me and not know my intention. Sure, it puts me in danger in fights, but I've managed to get through. Every single time, I make sure to keep pressing on. I can't just leave things be and look the other way. That's why I kept getting stronger. And a quirk that seemed like it wasn't very good, well, it's carried me this far, and I think I can get much, much better. There's a lot of people who believe in me, and I can't just put that belief to waste. I gotta do something with it. Put it towards my goals and dreams. Make sure everything I do isn't just for me, but for my dreams. For everyone I care about. And you, Sunshine. I'll make sure I don't give up. I'll make sure that I live up to all those expectations you have and exceed them. I'm not gonna stop here. I gotta be 1,000,000 times better. That's just how I roll. You already know that. Thank you for being there with me. I know. Don't sound like an injured person. Probably not talking that way. Even if I'm not, it's okay. I've got more than enough to deal with anyone who tries to stop us. And besides, I've gotten my quirk to a point where, well, if I needed to, I could probably take on an army. Not to go puffing myself up, I wouldn't want to try it. But if I needed to, I could dip in and out whenever I'm, well, needed to. I'll try and protect you. That's a promise. You've already protected me once today. Yeah, sure, maybe you didn't actually participate in the fight, but you definitely did something more than most would. You made sure to make sure I was okay. It makes me happy just thinking about it. It makes me think, well, I might be a hero, but you are too. Together, that makes twice as much hero. Besides, 2 brains are better than 1, right? Thank you. And I love you. But you already knew that, didn't you, Sunshine? I've loved you from the moment I've met you, let alone getting to know you. Just makes me love you more, knowing that you care so much. I care so much too. Not a lot of people are willing to care with all their hearts. It's why I've never hesitated. Whenever we do something, it's always from the heart. That's why I don't really know how to stop myself. When I want something, when I dream of it, I just gotta do it. If I don't, I won't know what happens and, well, I wouldn't exactly be glistening as much as my sunshine, and I think one of the key parts of our relationship is we stick together and both shine our best. Don't you think? Together we're able to shine. We make things so much brighter. And then all that darkness in our heart, it just evaporates. Whenever I struggle, you pick me up. Just like now. And whenever you struggle, you can bet I'm gonna be there. Doesn't matter when. Doesn't matter where. Because I've got you forever, Sunshine. As long as you'll have me. Of course, I don't blame you if you got tired. After all, it's no hard feelings, right? If you didn't have feelings for me anymore, then it would be okay. Sure, it'd be sad. I'd miss the hell out of you, Sunshine. But I can't go trapping you in a situation where you have to be this way. I want you to want to be with me. And if ever there's a day that you can't, all you gotta do is tell me. I'm more than willing to try better. And if that's not good enough, well, if I have to accept it, guess I have to level up my game. I couldn't just hand you off to someone else. That's not what I mean. But like hell, I'd give up on my Sunshine. You know, since I've met you, I've had a slightly different outlook on life. I didn't think it would ever change. I thought the straight and narrow path to herodom was gonna be my role, my dreams and my goals. But maybe there's a little bit of a divergence. You see, I want to be a pro hero, the best pro hero, and I kind of made it most of the way. But it's not the same. I realized along the way, the time we spent, there's more I want to do. I don't just want to be a hero to the world. I want to be your hero. I want to bring more smiles to you and... I'm fine. Trust me. I'm not hurt. I mean, I'm physically hurt, but my heart's beating just as strong. That's thanks to you. Whenever I think I can't take it, you always remind me that I can. And that's one of the best things you've done for me. You challenge me. Because love is a challenge, not one that I know too much about. And along those lines, I guess you could say I got addicted to it. The love we share, both outside, inside, and otherwise. Maybe it sounds kind of funny, hearing that a pro hero, and the one who likes to make you smile the most in this world, has an addiction to you. But I guess the point is I view things a little differently now. I can't exactly keep viewing them like I used to. Instead, I have to level up my sense of it. Maybe it's sensibility, or maybe it's just me understanding you more, or maybe it's me understanding myself more. No matter what the case, I'm proud of who I'm becoming. Are you proud of who you are? Good. Even if you're not completely, it's okay. Now, let's just go over here, and they'll fix me up in no time, okay? I just need to find Recovery Girl. Now, you wait here for just a moment. I'll be back and be in 100% top shape. Won't take but a moment, okay? I love you too. Hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. Surprised to see me coming out of here? It's difficult, but I've managed to keep it mostly under control. Not quite 100% yet, but I'm good enough to go on a date with you. Unless, of course, you don't want me to. Somehow I knew you'd say that. Come on. This time, I can hold your hand without leaning on you. I must have been heavy, right? I'm just glad I didn't accidentally fall into the ground. That could have been embarrassing. I wouldn't want you to see me like that. Well, I wouldn't mind you seeing me like that. It just might be embarrassing during public. Oh, that's not really my thing. Getting embarrassed? I don't have time for it. Besides, together, if we're both embarrassed, then it's more fun, right? Oh, look at me talking about something inappropriate. I mean, not really. Doesn't have to be. I get embarrassed sometimes without even thinking about it. Wait, does that still count as embarrassment? I guess it doesn't. In order to get embarrassed, I'd have to actually feel the embarrassment, right? I guess I mean I go into embarrassing situations, and I kind of just treat it as though it's normal. I'm not so good at reacting to things, because I just take everything with a smile if I can. Not saying everything's smile and happy day. I've faced plenty of times when I have to get so serious. It's just today, and whenever I'm with you, I feel like there's a weight lifted. It's like freedom, but freedom with a whole lot of cuddles like this. I can jump into the ground and give you all the show you need. Or I could just hold you. These arms are strong for a reason, you know. I've worked on each and every muscle, individually. That's the way you get them toned just the way you want. It leads to the best image and the best performance. And look at me bragging about my muscles. That's not how I meant it, though. It's just if you work hard, you get what you want. There's so many times in which I've had to push through some difficult to understand situations. In fact, it's how I got to where I am today. I had to struggle to get there. I think making failures and making mistakes is the key to victory. Understand your opposition. Think like they would. And think like you would, so you know where you're gonna make your mistake. I mean, you can't predict everything, and you can't be afraid to fall on your face sometimes. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've busted my nose or wrecked a new outfit because I might have got it stuck in a wall somewhere. You'd think my quirk would spit out everything, but not always the case. Especially with some special fibers they've been working on. Helps me go through walls and stuff without having to be butt naked. That's a funny word, isn't it? I've managed to get this far without doing it, so I think I've managed to finally find the solution. That way, if I think I'm gonna have to use my quirk, I can actually do something about it. Instead of, losing it midway in the fight and looking mega uncool. Not that the point is to look cool. The point is to punch them in the face. I mean, that is my special attack. One of them. I think I'll name one of my special attacks after you. You wouldn't mind, would you? Just have a little piece of you that goes with me whenever I'm away. I've always wanted things like that. Or maybe you can make me something. I really enjoy things that people make for me. Then whenever I get home, I have you to think of. Anything that reminds me of my sunshine? Well, that's something that's 10 out of 10 for me. Maybe I'm too simple, but I think that's the only way I know how to do it. Simplicity doesn't always mean bad, and I think that there's a lot I could learn from you. Especially the fact that you always seem to have something that you really love. Other than me. Oh? So I'm your number one. That makes me super happy. It makes me feel like I'm $1,000,000, honestly. just that I could be your most special? I want to be your most special too, Sunshine. I will. I won't let anyone take that from me. Come here. Today's been trying, but you saved me. If you hadn't found me there, who knows what would have happened? Just because I was okay now doesn't mean I would have been okay without you. I don't think that way ever, because as much as I'd like to say I'm completely independent, my friends and my little sunshine, you changed my world. Every single day I get to spend with you is one that I really love, because I get a little more sunshine than I normally get. I know I keep comparing you to sunshine, but it's the best comparison I can think of. You're so bright and sunny, I just don't know what else to call you. It's your personality, silly. Every single time you smile, it's bright, vivid, and wonderful. It really stands out amongst anyone else's smile that I've ever seen. Maybe that makes me a little more superficial with things, but I wouldn't want you to change a thing about that. Maybe it's something that is a perfect imperfection. Don't think you gotta be perfect for me, no way. I cherish you just the way you are, and I think it adds to what makes you special. You've always been perfectly imperfect, just like me. I think that's why we get along so well. Because we both know life isn't about being perfect, no. It's about those mistakes, those blemishes, those messed up things in our life. That's what makes us the spice. And trust me, you are one spicy hot dog. And by hot dog, I mean sunshine. You understand, don't you? I'm still getting the hang of all this. I might seem like I'm a total pro at everything, but I've got things that worry me too. Like how you'll think of me. And then I think, well, no matter how you do, I'm gonna try and face it the way I would anything else. Trying to predict what you're thinking. And make my own honest feelings come to the surface to match your own. That way we meet halfway and there's never any pulling or pushing. I find that once people pull and push in a relationship, it's basically over. Because if one person's pulling and the other's pushing, you're just gonna fall off the ledge, aren't you? But if you're both pulling, then the rope will break. If you're both pushing, well, it's just not much fun. Like an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. It never really goes anywhere. Stagnation is something I can't handle. And that's why I like to always hold you. Because when I hold you, it reminds me of how much I'm thankful of this world. Because you're in it. Maybe that's a silly reason to be thankful of the world. But if not for the world, I would have never met you. So in a way, that's why I want to protect everything. Because there might be someone just like me who might meet someone just like you. And I want them to be able to experience the joy I have. Is that so bad? I don't think so. I want all the smiles and happiness, and we can get it together. Don't you think? If we get it together, it'll mean more. And that's why I try so hard. Because I know deep in my heart, we can do it. We can make this world better for everyone. And I don't want to get selfish. As much as I'd like to get selfish with you, I'm just honest and blunt. I can't exactly sideline my feelings that I feel for the world. There's a reason why I feel that way. Well, nothing too convoluted. I just cherish it. I believe everyone has good in them, and if we work really hard, we can see that in everyone. There's no reason to go worrying about the bad people, right? Because whenever you do that, you get sad. And when you get sad, you can't really help anyone, right? So I want to make you happier, so that I could be happy too. That we could bounce our happiness off each other and be that much more awesome. Don't you think this world is better? With a smile? With a little sunshine? Come here. I could hold you like this for an eternity. I never get tired of it, you know. Not even once. You could try, but I'm afraid you'll never escape from my embrace. Not unless you really ask for it. Then I might slip through you and grab you from behind. Get you in a second embrace like this. Bet you didn't expect that one. Did I surprise you? I'm glad. Just surprising you is its own reward, because I feel like I've done something truly magnanimous. What? It's not always about stopping the villains, changing the world. It could be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just hug, embrace, have fun. Sometimes I get too preoccupied with it, though. I'll get stuck on one thing or the other. I'm not immune to those human tendencies. After all, I'm human. In fact, I'm the most human person I know. It's not because of any particular reason. It's just because I struggle so much. And one of the traits of humans is we struggle till we succeed. And I think it's what makes me me. I don't really get enough of, well, I can't get too confident. Oh, I'm confident, don't get me wrong. In fact, I'd say my confidence balanced in perfect harmony with my reality of it. I can't really see things as being impossible. It's just some you have to work much harder than others. If you really want something, there's so many things we could do. Like, if you wanted to go and scale a building, I'd do it with you, provided we get the proper permission to do so. Wouldn't want somebody getting angry we're on their building, and then they go and, lock us up or something. But if we work our butts off, I'm sure we could reach that goal. That's just one. My goal right now? Make you smile. Looks like that was easy. You seem to smile when I smile, which means I must mean something to you. That's all I could ask for, sunshine. Being your sunshine changes mine. Makes me feel like I'm alive. Feeling like I'm alive. That's something I'll never get tired of. Because life is worth living. And maybe a lot of people don't think so. And maybe you don't think so sometimes. Maybe sometimes I don't even. But that's okay. That's what struggling is. You question a lot of things. But once you come to your answer, you're that much stronger in the end. Poetic? You talking about me? I'm surprised you think that. I mean, I'm honored. But also kind of... I'm not sure how to take it. Thank you. I suppose I'll have to accept it if it's from you. Though I think you should look in the mirror, too. You're definitely just as amazing as me. I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. And you better trust a pro hero like me. Your life might depend on it someday. You know it's true. You should trust in me. Don't you want to, sunshine? Ah, come on, I know you do. Where's that smile I love? Did someone take it away? Ah, deep in thought about something. I get like that too sometimes, believe it or not. I'm not always smiles and happiness. There's been some missions that have kicked my butt. I'm not too good at it. I'd like to say I'm good at everything, but mulling over things, I'm not the best at it. Mostly because it just makes me wonder if I'm actually going to solve it or not. I just keep thinking, what if I mess up and someone else suffers for it? That's the pressure of being a hero. Though I think I'm well suited to that in and of itself, but what's on your mind? Sorry, I realize sometimes I could talk a mile a minute about myself, but that's not always what I should be talking about. Especially when I have a cutie like you. What, can't take a compliment? That's too bad. I can make it even better. Whenever I look at you, I'm sure I made the right choice. Both from an objective beauty perspective and one of heart. Who knew some perfect package just like you was walking around? I would have never known. But thankfully, fate had a way with it. Do you believe in fate? I believe our red strings are connected. That's why we've always been together once we met. I mean, think about it. We've been inseparable for over 6 months. That's kind of awesome, isn't it? I never thought it would be so simple. I always thought love was complicated. I never wanted it to be for me, personally. I always wanted it to be something simple, just like Well, like what we got. I love you and you love me, don't you? Then it's that simple. As long as we love each other, who cares about those details? I couldn't care less what anyone thinks. They can judge me all they want. In fact, a lot of people judge me just because they see me butt naked, but you know what? If they don't want to understand that I'm doing it for the greater good, well, they're just going to judge anyways. So why worry about people like that? When you got people like me, absolutely infatuated with you. I'll take the victory kiss. And another. And another. And of course another. Abusing my power? I don't know about that one. I personally don't think there's such a thing. If I've got the power to use it, might as well, right? Are you gonna stop me? I don't think so. Based on an educated guess. I'm pretty sure you couldn't even if you wanted to. Unless you're gonna go out of your way to stop all these kisses and love. Something tells me that's just what you need. Kisses and love after a long day. Something like that. Come on now. We both know you love it. Just like I love it. No need to play coy now. We're far too, I don't know, bold in our relationship. There's no reason to hold back. Even if it was right here, I'd be happy to hold you closer than anyone. In fact, I'd be happy to do... Did you sense it? I might have said something a little bit illegal, but that's okay. I'm a hero. Doesn't mean we're all goody two-shoes. I still have a lot of thoughts, and a lot of things I want to do, so I'll do just that. It's perfect, isn't it? Our little relationship we've developed. I wouldn't change a thing about it. In truth, I just can't get enough of you. And that's more than I could ever ask. Just because, I don't know, you've just gotten better over time. Kind of like a slow burn to the top. As much as I've loved being a hero, like I said earlier, you've showed me that I want more than that. There's a lot I want to be. A lot I want to do. I can only accomplish that if you're at my side. You know, maybe even, I don't know, adopting a pet or something. I've never done it before. Never even thought of it. Because my training was too intense, I was afraid I might accidentally, neglect the puppy or cat or whatever it is. Maybe it's just my caution, but I just like to be extra careful. Can't be too safe with animals. They deserve the best, don't they? I never want to neglect one. They deserve all the time and love. And if we're going to get them, let's do things right. Just like we've done this relationship right. I think personally, I'd compare us to anyone. But at the same time, I don't like to. I don't like to compete with others. I like to compete with myself. The more I improve, the more I get to see you improve. Because you get inspired, right? When you see me working hard, don't you want to work hard as well? Setting an example. That's what I like to do. And if I want something, I'm just going to set an example by it. If I want a kiss, I'm not going to say I want one. I'm just going to do it. And of course, you're free to dodge it. And if you do, just expect me to get you back for it later. I don't mean that. I'm not going to hurt you or anything. Just going to make sure you get lots of kisses later. How about now counts as later? What? Of course I gotta. It's practically my birthright now. Well, maybe birthright's a stretch. But I don't really care about that. I care much more about your reaction. It's priceless. And I'm not trying to make fun of you. But damn, you're cute. And so what? Is it wrong to be cute? If so, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to arrest you. What, surprised? I just felt like picking you up. Now maybe if we can rush home, we can progress things. What? Of course I love you, and I want to express it. Why do you look so concerned? You know exactly how I am. Like I said, there's no point in holding back. You might as well do the same. No use trying to escape. You're mine, little sunshine. Now that we're home, I guess it's time for me to be more honest. And you too. Well, I don't mean anything in particular. Of course not. I'm just saying, us being honest, like we always do. I mean, is there ever any time you want me to hold back? Didn't think so. I feel the exact same about you. Never hold back, okay? Make sure that you never hide anything like that. We don't need to make it complicated. It's like I said, I don't want it ever to be something too complicated. Simply love. That's all I want it to be. You're my sunshine, and I'll give you everything I can. Now, hang tight, because my sunshine, I've got to show you something. Well, maybe, but it's your fault totally. What? You gonna blame me for that? I don't think you could even if you tried. And being that you're... well, never mind. Thank you, as always, for spending your night with me. Now it's cuddle time. Here's my secret cuddle attack. Look at that. Now pull the covers over, and we're ready to watch our dramas. What? Don't we always watch K-dramas here? I think my favorite part is how many have people that are cute. But none of them, not a single one, has been cuter than you, in my eyes. Honestly, the more I get to look at you, the more beautiful and wonderful I think you are. I think that the more we stick together, the more super it's gonna become. Actually, that's a promise. I'm so gonna make it awesome. You can bet on it. You're one in a million. Sorry, I couldn't resist. It's just 'cause, I don't know, you seem like you were pouting. I can't let you pout like that. Have some kisses and cuddles. You're mine. I'm not gonna give you up to anyone. Simplicity or not. I'm not good with sharing. Hope you don't mind. Because I'm greedy. Even if I'm not sometimes. I have my greedy streaks too. I think everything depends on the situation. Everyone has their greedy times and their selfless times. As for you, I can't get enough of you. Not by a long shot. Let's make some magic happen. Okay? I'll be sure to. We'll make all the magic happen. Now come closer, you silly. I like snuggling you like you're a little bunny, but I can't use that word. I'll just keep calling you my sunshine. My snuggly bundle of helium. Did you know helium was named after the sun? After, well, I think the root word's Helios. Something like that. You know what the most important part of it is? How bright you are. Both smart and in your personality, too. You might seem like you're dark sometimes, but even the sun has moments like that. Like when you blink. Not so bright then, is it? But I think I like it that way. I'll keep you shining bright forever. Deal? You'll just shine on and give me that smile sometimes. Only if I earn it, though. Keep me responsible. Or I might get out of control. And we all know what happens then. Well, I think you know more than anyone, right?